Mr. Dasmariñas, can you lead the prayer? Amen. Thank you. Good morning, class. Magandang RMMC. Siyempre, RMMC. Now, may I ask the President and the Secretary or the Secretary to take the attendance for today? Mark check if they're present and mark A if they're absent. Okay, thank you. Now, before we tackle for our lessons today, let me remind you of our classroom rules. Now, can you read the classroom rules? First one, be polite. Okay, thank you. Second one, no transferring of seats unless necessary or unless I tell you to transfer seats. Third one is listen to your teacher's instruction, because if you don't listen to my instructions, there might be misunderstanding that's gonna happen. The fourth one, raise your hand if you want to answer or if you have any concerns. The last one, do not talk when someone is talking because it is very disrespectful. Now, I have remembered that I have given you an assignment last time. Can you pass it now for 5 seconds? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this all the assignments of today's class? Okay, thank you. Now, I'm going to show you 2 photos or images, and I want you to say anything what do you think about these photos, okay? Now, can you tell me about these photos, Miss Francine? Yes, they are both in a battlefield. Oh yes, Miss Hart. Okay, that's good. As you can see, they're both in a battlefield or they're in a war. Okay? Now, I will ask you and I want you to answer what's on your mind when I say this quote. It does not matter how long you go as long as you don't stop. Okay, Mr. Kurt, what can you tell me about it? Okay, Mr. Leo. Okay, that's good. It does not matter how long you go as long as you don't stop it, because what I think is that no matter how long the journey, there will be end of it as long as you don't stop, because it will be all worth it. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, very good. Now I will tell you, it's a teaser about our topic for today. It's based on my research. Can you tell me who Confucius is? Oh, no one? No one. So, based on my research, Confucius was a Chinese philosopher and a teacher whose ideas shaped the Chinese culture and values for centuries. He also lived during the time of great political chaos and social disorder known as the Warring State period. His goal was to restore order and harmony through proper behavior, respect, and moral leadership. Now, I want you to read these are objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to, the first one, identify cultural, historical, and environmental influences in a literary selection. Second one, share personal insights on how external influences affect the meaning and relevance of a literary selection. Yes, we're gonna share our insights on a literary selection and how it affects it. The third one, analyze and present findings on the connection between literature and real life influences. Okay, now let's move on to our main topic for today. It is the Analects of Confucius. Now, the first book, book 3, I want you to read it. First book. The master said, "Gentlemen never compete." You will say that in archery they do so, but even then they bow and make way for one another when they are going up to the archery ground. When they are coming down and at the subsequent drinking bout, thus, even when competing, they are still gentlemen. Confucius emphasizes that a true gentleman never competes because this reflects the Confucian ideals of ritual propriety, where competition should not undermine ethical conduct and harmony. Now, for the next one, book 4. Please read the whole class, yes. The master said, "Without goodness, a man cannot for long endure adversity, cannot long enjoy prosperity. The good man rests content with goodness. He what is merely wise pursues goodness in the belief that it pays to do so." Now the second one, the master said, "In the presence of a good man, think all the time how you may learn to equal him. In the presence of a bad man, turn your gaze within." Now, in the first one, the master said, "Without goodness, a man cannot for long endure adversity." Confucius emphasizes that goodness is essential for stability in both hardship and success. Because no matter how hard life can be, if there's goodness, you can cope with difficulties that you might confront. And the second one, in the presence of a good man, think of all the time how you may learn to equal him. In the presence of a bad man, turn your gaze within. Confucius emphasizes that self-improvement is through a reflection. Because if you see a good man, you think that, how can you be like that? How can you become like that? And if you see a bad man, just don't mind that, and because it will not improve yourself furthermore. And next book, book 6. Can you read? The master said, "Incomparable indeed was sweet. A handful of rice to eat, a gourdful water to drink. Living in a mean street, others would have found it unendurably depressing, but to his cheerfulness, it made no difference at all. Incomparable was he. Despite the difficulties he was getting or he was experiencing, he was still cheerful. He was content with what he had." So Confucius emphasizes that true happiness comes from within, not from materialistic needs. Okay? Did you understand that? Okay. Now next one. Excuse me. Book 8. The master said, "Learn as if you're following someone with whom you could not catch up, as though it were someone you're frightened of losing." In this book, Confucius' key idea is that learning should be a lifelong pursuit. It should be like chasing after someone who you could not chase, but You are still developing while chasing that someone. Now, for the next book, book 9. The master said, first and foremost, be faithful to your superiors. Keep all promises. Refuse the friendship of all who are not like you, and if you have made a mistake, do not be afraid of admitting the fact and amending your ways. Now, first and foremost, be faithful to your superiors. Confucius emphasizes loyalty and trustworthy here, because if you are loyal and you are trustworthy, you will be rewarded with good benefits in the future. Or yeah. Now, refuse the friendship of all who are not like you. Refuse people, or turn your gaze away from people who are not like you. When I say who are not like you, people who don't share your beliefs, your values, because following these people, or having a friendly relations with people that do not share the same values as you, it might make your life what do you say, it might make your life, your path in life, it might make your path in life miserable. You get me? Okay. Okay. Now next one. Okay. Now, now, it seems that you have listened. All of you have listened. Yes? Am I correct? Okay, all of you have listened. Now, I want you to answer in a 1/2 crosswise. Okay, ready? Your 1/2 crosswise. I will give you just 5 minutes for this activity because it's easy. Now, I want you to choose. Okay, are all students have 1/2 crosswise? Okay. I want you to choose a confusion code from the book from all the books we have just tackled, and write a short paragraph about it. And I want you to answer these questions. What it means to you, what does the confusion code means to you, and how does it apply in your life? Okay? Now, your 5 minutes starts now. Okay. All of you are done. Pass your papers forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Now, which teaching from the Analects do you find most meaningful and why? Okay, Miss Ruiz. Oh, you find the from the book that Hui was the most cheerful despite all the difficulties he have faced. Why? Oh, okay, because despite the difficulties he faced and will be facing, he still find true happiness. Oh, very good, very good. Now, how can Confucius' ideas about respect, kindness, and self-improvement help us in school, at home, and in society? Okay, Miss May. Oh, yes, very good. That's right. With Confucius' ideas about respect, kindness, and self-improvement, everyone can self-improve. We can develop the society and we can help each other, not just ourselves, but each other also. For the last question, do you think the world would be a better place if more people follow the Confucian values? Why or why not? Okay, Miss Francine. Yes. Ah, okay, your answer is yes, because yes. Okay. Yes, if people follows the Confucian values, the world would be what I think the world would be a better place because from what we have read that on the Confucian values that respect, kindness, and self-improvement are very important in making the world a better place. Yes. Now, for our last activity, I want you to pick a Confucian code, and write a reflection about it. I will give you 10 minutes. You can open your notes. Okay. Your 10 minutes starts now. Okay, your 10 minutes is up. Pass your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we are done, but not yet done. I'm gonna give you an assignment. Now, for your assignment, choose a short story, poem, or folk tale that you know and write a short paragraph, 5 to 7 sentences, okay? Explaining how culture, history, or environment influences the story you chose. Now, you can write it in one whole yellow pad and pass it tomorrow, okay? Now, that's all for our lesson today. Goodbye, class. See you tomorrow.